So first I'm going to start from the user monitor, this is the first point of contact with the unit. And then from here, I'm going to go to the vehicle, open the respective plug that I'm going to use to charge in this vehicle. Then I'm going to select the plug. So if I start in the middle, which we use today, this is known as Chat Demo, created by Tokyo Electric Power out of Japan. Mainly for the purpose of, they were thinking way ahead of not only charging a vehicle, but pulling power from a vehicle. And therefore the Nissan Leaf became the only vehicle that you could actually pull power from a car and feed it back into a home. First I start by selecting Start a Charge. And it shows me the different types of plugs. And I can either select the plug I want here on the screen, or I can go physically to the plug that I know is mine and plug it out. So before I take out the plug, this is a 24 Nissan Leaf. I'm going to select the plug for quick charge. The Leaf has two plugs. This is for a regular level 2 slow charge, and this is for a quick charge. This plug is known as a Chat Demo. It's a Japanese plug. That's the Chat Demo. So I can either pull it, or I can take the plug out itself. Plug it in, it clicks in place. It's the capacity of the charger to deliver power. So, for example, what is popularly known as a level 2 charger, which tend to be smaller, those are AC power chargers, similar to the power you get in your socket at home. Yeah. How much power you can push into the battery depends on a device in the car called a rectifier. So this may have a 3 kilowatt, 3.6 kilowatt rectifier, other cars will have a 7, other cars will have 11. So how fast you can charge will depend upon that device in the car. So for example, this will have a 3.6 kilowatt rectifier. So if you plug it into an AC charger, you can pull the charge at a maximum rate of 3.6 kilowatt. Right now,
per hole or per watt?
That's the maximum it can deliver. So if you were to stay at that, it would be 3.6 kilowatt hour.
Yes.
At the moment, we're charging at 33.8 kilowatts. So it's delivering 32 kilowatts, 81 amps at 396 volts. So because it's delivering now direct current, it goes straight to the battery. So it's able to deliver a lot more power at a faster rate. It becomes a more sophisticated charger because there has to be more communication between car and battery. And obviously it's delivering a lot more power. The first thing I do again is go back to the interface. Stop the charge. They have to communicate.
And the light here changes.
It says charge stop. The light changes.
Yeah.
These go off.
Okay.
These go out. I know it's now
yes,
safe.
Yes. It was on red before.
Yeah. Disengage. With a lot of power is going through that. I should mention also that Nissan has recently decided to switch to this standard, which is the next one. This is the official standard now in Europe, in the European Union, which is known as, in the industry, these are both DC plugs, which means you're delivering DC power. Direct current. They can each deliver 50 kilowatts. So you can charge two cars at the same time if they're using different standards. So this plug, you can do it by a little flat top to the circle. The two pins at the bottom is known as CCS2 or Type 2. It's a European standard, which means combined charging standard, Type 2. Type 2 is because it delivers DC power at a higher rate. And the DC power primarily comes from these plugs. So this is in Europe, and some of the Japanese manufacturers have adopted this plug as well. And then last on this charger is actually the European standard, but this is known as AC Type 3, that's a technical term. AC power, which is different, or alternating current, is different from these two. Alternating current because for the AC chargers, it's a lot easier to change from one standard to the next with adapters. Because the AC charging delivers less power and the communication between the charger and the vehicle is very limited. So it's much more acceptable to change from an adapter to go from this standard to, for example, an American J1772 standard, for example.